I feel like I'm in a pay-per-view event.
David, to me, the game broke down to the start of the fourth quarter. That small group that came in, didn't have as much success the first half, but that fourth quarter, I thought they were fantastic, and that's what won the game for you guys.
Yeah, just defensive intensity. I thought we kind of sped them up as opposed to what they did to us in the third quarter. And then, Jamal was really special during that time offensively, which allows you, that's the thing is you have to score to set your defense to really 1 through 5 switch, get into people. And so by him getting the line, making shots, getting us back and set, we really impacted, I thought, them on the defensive end. To your point, only 21 points that quarter. And then I thought at the end of the game, AG was tremendous defensively, just guarding people one-on-one. We tried to move Nikola around as much as we can. So that game was very playoff-like, from both teams. The physicality, the different lineups, star players having moments. So just a really good home win for us.
Can you describe the intensity of Tim Hardaway?
Yeah. It's all things great and crazy at the same time. His confidence level is, it never wavers, which is a talent I think we all wish we had in certain parts of life. And in basketball, that's what he has. He firmly believes after he misses the next 5 are going to go in. And, he is a green light player. I'll never bat an eye if he takes a shot. And he has these nights where he can just turn games. There was multiple times where we got loose balls and he's right there, makes an enormous shot to keep us close to them. And I thought defensively, like he really sat down and guarded. So yeah, Tim's been, we talked about it a lot this year, but a lot of the wins like this, if you look back, at Tim's box scores, he's a big part of it, getting hot, flipping the game, starting runs, and having him out there when Jamal had it going. It's just another guy they didn't want to leave. But when they blitzed Jamal and we found Spence and Spence found Tim, beautiful basketball. And it's just good to see Tim out there every night. He just helps us in so many ways.
I feel like another big play was at the very end there where the Raptors are kind of switch hunting and Jamal comes out and hedges that screen, right? And then AG is able to recover and get the block on Scotty Barnes.
Right.
What kind of led to that play, and do you feel like you guys are able to start doing more of that stuff just with the group getting healthy?
Yeah, and I think we were switching a lot, putting Jamal and Barnes with the reality that we were going to tilt, and bring a big over and put 2 people on him. But I give Scotty credit. I mean, he's an all-star for a reason. The around-the-back pass to, I think it was Pirtle, he playmaked. So once he's at 8 assists for the game, but got to the end of the game, it was like, all right, it's time, just have Aaron just guard him. And Aaron, once he got through, we all know what it is. AG is unique in that sense. He can take it in the chest, even against somebody as strong as Barnes. So yeah, AG is always making winning plays. But yeah, to your point, that was a decision made late in the game, something we had walked through today, and we got to that point, and it came at the right time.
You guys, you spoke a little bit pregame about you feel like you've strung together some moments. You've had some good moments for this group. But this was one where you finally kind of got over the top because it has felt like over the course of this season you guys have gotten pretty close in a lot of these situations but haven't necessarily polished it off. Can the team take solace in some of these moments, like just building upon this and turning it into another moment and having it spiral a bit?
Yeah, no, I think that's the goal. Obviously, having the day tomorrow to get right, and we're back into an early game Sunday. But yeah, I think that's been what patience is about in this league. You can't look at a moment and say, man, if we would have won that game, then we would have won 3 in a row, then we would have taken off. You just have to go day by day. And I know what you're saying, and I think that's been the frustrating part, I imagine for anybody, our players, everybody. For me as the coach, I can't think that way. I'd have to think about beating the Blazers on Sunday, and if those things happen and we string wins together, great. But we're still trying to figure this out. I thought a moment tonight, extremely underrated, and Jamal missed the shot, but they cross-matched Barnes on Nikola. AG and Nikola, they both came up, set really good screens, got Jamal a great look. And we're going to have to do some of that stuff when teams cross-match, and that's just being unselfish Those two guys saying, hey, do we want Nikola to get the ball? Yes. But it's just as good if he can take three people with him, and Aaron included, and give Jamal Murray a great look. So, those are the small moments I'm looking for, is the, attacking things that we've seen throughout the year that have given us issues, and some of the things that these trends that we've seen from teams, and especially a team like this that has, really a built-in cross-match team, with Barnes being a guy that can guard everybody, and Pirtle being a high IQ center that just kind of roams around. And so I saw some growth there, and I think if we can find team growth schematically on the court with wins, that's the goal. And we have to continue to do that, and that continues Sunday.
David, you mentioned the other day that last week you were trying kind of some random lineups against some of the best teams in the league. This is twice in as many weeks that you've had that small ball lineup kind of galvanize one of these comebacks in the fourth, with Spencer at the 5, all that, the switchability. Do you feel like you've found something there that you can start to lean on more and more?
Yeah, I guess it's 3 times in the last, 7 games it's gone really well. I think probably mostly halves. I think that the challenge with that group, and it happened a little bit in the first half, is that we have to figure out an organized offense, and it's hard, especially teams like this that can switch 1 through 5. And we have to create triggers behind it, not just leave Jamal out there going 1-on-5. That's not going to work for us. So the more time you can get, which we don't practice a lot, but the more walkthrough time we can have with that group and give them optionality offensively, will allow me to have more confidence to do that more often. And I think defensively it makes total sense. I just want to make sure they're comfortable out there offensively. And like I said, because we did do a good job offensively in the second half, then all the positives of the 1 through 5 switching, the aggressiveness, getting into the ball, all those things can happen. So, yeah, that group was really special tonight, and they certainly flipped the game, start the fourth quarter.
David, circling back to that first question a bit, 41 points allowed in the third, then 21 in the fourth.
Yeah.
In some ways, to me, that feels like the team in a nutshell right now. Do you think this group is getting closer to four-quarter efforts, and how much of that is that a point of emphasis right now?
Yeah, I do. We've had, to your point, I think we've had great halves, and then tonight we had 2 great quarters. And, you'd love to see a more consistent play throughout all 4 quarters. And then, I also have to look back at the tape. I know the Raptors were 15 of 15 from 2 in the third, and Brandon Ingram is a really special player, and he's going to make shots that are tough. But I did think our transition defense was lacking, in that quarter, which was a big emphasis with that team, how they play. They play so fast, number 1 in fast break. But, yeah, that's the goal. The goal is to do things more comfortably. I thought the Rockets game, we were really good throughout that game, but you'd like to see that more often. And I just have extreme confidence in the group, man. I know it's been up and down. Believe me, I'm coaching the team. So, yeah, I go to bed every night after I watch the film. I think the same things you're thinking. And then we talk about it, and you try to get better every day. And that's the bottom line. And we told them in there, I believe we're tied for 4th in the West, a couple games out of the 3rd. So you're in a great spot still. Opportunity is out there. And I think we'll keep trending in the right direction. Yep, thanks.